Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing good. In today's video, we're going to be going back into Supreme Arena and checking out the teams that I'm going to be running this week. And I also wanted to show you guys another team that's it's free to play friendly, mid spender, low spender friendly team that could be run on map 1, and it's going to be able to avoid, you know, the Sylvina, Nara, Rainier type things because it's going to be a Mauler team. And before we get into any of that, I want to show you guys Koko's charms because this is actually very important. You won't really be able to run the Mauler team if you don't have them. So yeah, if you do have Koko's charms, you could definitely take advantage of this. But anyway, her charm set says that it increases damage reduction by 25% and max HP by 25% for the ally placed one tile in front of the caster. The max HP bonus can't exceed 40% of the caster's own max HP, so it's a huge survivability boost to whatever hero you're putting in front of Koko. So yeah, let's hop in here to Supreme Arena and check this out. Alright, so here's the team. Now, you don't have to run Harak on this team. If you have him, I would definitely put him on this team because he just fits really well, but you don't have to use him. So anyway, we'll talk about replacements for him in a sec. But we've got Koko here who's going to give the buff to Shakir, and Shakir's also on the talent tile. So he's going to have a huge amount of survivability, plus when he does his ultimate, he's going to give heroes around him in a 2-tile radius the same damage reduction. Well, not the same from Koko, but he's going to give them all damage reduction, which in turn is just going to, you know, make your whole team more survivable, give them more survivability, and allow them to do what they need to do. So yeah, we've got mini Harak here with Seth, we've got regular Harak, Shakir, Koko, and then we have Gerda, who's going to jump forward. I believe she stuns everybody when she jumps forward, and it's also going to put her hot spring down, which is going to heal my team, allow more survivability, and all that stuff. Now, if you don't have Gerda, you could run Mikola in her place. Where's my Mikola at? Somewhere. There she is. So you could do Mikola. I'd put her up like this, something like that. And the reason I would like a Mauler team on this map is because all these tiles up here where you can, you know, place these heroes like for all the other talent trees, because the tile that Mikola's on is the one that is like if you're using Graveborns, Lightbearers, or Wilders, they're all going to be on the Mikola tile, and that puts you susceptible to Sylvinas, Rainiers, Naras, you know, all those types of heroes that target the rearmost hero or target the symmetrical tiles, that kind of thing. So it's a dangerous map to run those types of teams on, and when you can run a Mauler team, because they're the only one that has a forward talent tile, you can definitely avoid those Sylvina counter teams that can be super strong, or the Nara counter teams, you know, etc. So yeah. Now, if you don't have Harak, let's say you don't have Harak, you don't have Gerda, you could put in Freyesto as Harak's replacement, wherever my Freyesto is. So yeah, you could put, like, I'd probably give damage reduction to Seth, and then I'd probably move Mikola over here. I'd put Seth back. I'd do something like this. So if I was going to use Freyesto in place of Harak, I'd do a positioning like this. Now, if you don't have Freyesto, you could sacrifice your use of Thorin on map 2, and you could put him to connect to Seth. And where'd my Thorin go? There he is. So yeah, you could do something along this lines. This way your Seth has a little bit more survivability. He's going to be able to do his thing because he's kind of like a mini Harak. However, it just takes him a little while to get going, and yeah, this could be a really solid choice too. So I just wanted to kind of talk about this for a minute. I want to also show you guys a fight that you can really see just how strong this makes Shakir. So give me a second to pull that up. Alright, so yeah, Swampy Tough here actually set up a Mauler team with Koko buffing up the Shakir, and we can really see just how strong this is. So he has Koko, Mikola, Shakir, Harak, and Thorin. And I'm just running a Lightbearer team, my Walker, Siren, Hugin, Kulu, Leica team. And I wanted to test out Kulu with the Lightbearer talent tile because she actually when she does her normal skills, she has a passive here on her ultimate. It says, Kulu's normal attacks trigger an explosion that deals 80% damage to the target and all adjacent units. So having her in here with a hero like Siren, who groups everybody up, her normal attacks are going to be actually doing quite a bit of damage. And the fact that she increases attack speed, also Leica increases attack speed, and then the Enlightenment spell increases a ton attack speed. I was thinking that could really help her pop off with her normal attacks, help her get to an ultimate that much faster, and usually once she gets an ultimate out there, she can wipe the entire team. But when you're up against melee teams, and Shakir is one that you can't, like Kulu won't be able to push him back onto the other side because he's, you know, CC immune. It makes it difficult, but you'll see just how tanky Shakir actually is. So let's go ahead and hit battle here and see how this plays out. So they spend some time trying to break the rock here in the middle. Shakir gets his active off, jumps over the rock, and gets to my side of the battlefield. We do kill the Koko pretty quickly, but that's okay. She's already buffed the Shakir. And look at him. He's just standing there in the middle of everything. My Kulu's attacking him. My Walker is attacking him. Leica's hitting him. Siren's hitting him. And he's taking, like, no damage whatsoever. The rest of the team basically is dead. Harak actually survived and got to an active. Sometimes I'm able to kill him. But, yeah, it's just a super powerful combination. So if you can run this, if you do have Harak as a mid spender, low spender, or maybe as a free to play, you went for Harak. He isn't really a bad choice, I don't think, because you can use him in endless dream realms and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, he's good in just like every game mode. So yeah, that Mauler team is actually super solid and could definitely be a good free to play team to run on map 1. So anyway, let me pull up my formations for the week and we can check those out. Alright, so here's my formations for the week. My team 1 is going to be an Athalia team with Kulu on it, and we're keeping the Athalia on the enemy side of the battlefield so she has easy access to them. She can hopefully vengeance charge a few of them, especially if they place their biggest damage dealer on the like away from her. She's going to be able to vengeance charge through a bunch of the enemy heroes and do more damage to just the one hero. So yeah, it's really nice when she can vengeance charge through a bunch of them and hit multiple heroes at the same time. But yeah, then we have Kulu here on the talent tile because I want her to get to an active and I want to keep her protected, so I put her on the talent tile. She's being buffed by Damon. We also have Shamira in here in case, you know, Kulu goes down and Athalia's not doing her job. We get the Shamira active off, and that should hopefully finish off whatever's left. And then we have Callan in here to protect everyone in a 2-tile radius and just, you know, do what he does. His Callan roar will help stun everything, which will, you know, buy us time to maybe get that active off that we need. And I think this should be a solid team. So anyway, now team 2, I'm keeping the same as yesterday's video. I really like this team, whether it's, you know, for a free-to-play team or a free-to-play account or a pay-to-win account. I think this team should work pretty well for most accounts. Now, if you're a super whale and you have Burial, then maybe I'd take Niru out and put Burial in here instead. But I don't own Burial, so I'm not going to be using him. But Burial is an extremely good hero to use on this map. And then Team 3, where you're running a Dio team with the Lightbearer talent tile. And we've got Siren, Scarlita, Dio, Hugin, and Walker. We're getting all our Nectar stacks. We get one from the Enlightening spell, we get one from Hugin, and then we get one from Scarlita when she provides Dio with a shield. And he should get a shield from her pretty much like 95% of the time, because he can take damage pretty quickly, but the Scarlita will save him from dying with her emergency shield, so pretty good. And the attack speed boost from the Enlightening spell is just going to allow him to throw out a ton of those Lightbearer spears, which is going to be true damage on top of the true damage he already does. So yeah, all those teams that have crazy shielding, they're not really going to matter to a Dio team. So I really like this one for map 3. We can, I'll show you guys another setup here that you guys can run if you don't have Dio and all that stuff. So give me a sec to pull that up. Alright, so this is the other set of pay-to-win teams that I was thinking about running. I was going to test this Mauler team out on Team 1, except I'm going to have Harak in here too. So Harak, Seth, Shakir, Koko, and Gerda. And then Team 2 is the same as the last one. And Team 3, I'm going to be running a Shamira, Damon, Ludovic, Callan, and Lily May team. Now, if you are finding that Lily May's not really doing that well for you, it doesn't really matter if she blocks the ultimates of the enemy team, then I would put Siren in her place. He's just another solid hero to put on a team like this, because a lot of times he can either bait out the enemy Lily May's ultimate block and allow your Shamira to get her ultimate off, or they don't use Lily May and you get his ultimate and her ultimate, and it's just devastation. So yeah, don't really need to use a whole lot of Celestial Hypogen heroes, honestly. Now, you could run, obviously, you could put the Athalia Igor combination here on this team. So if you wanted to, you could take Lily May out, take Lily May out and take either Ludovic or Damon out, and then put Igor and Athalia in here. And you could probably even just hide them so your opponent doesn't know who's on the team, and that will be another very, very, very strong team. So yeah, those are some of the teams I'm going to be trying this week to see what happens. And as the week goes on, and if people attack me, I'll let you know what gives me the most success and what seems to be working and all that kind of stuff. But like I said earlier, a lot's going to start depending on which charms you have for which heroes and everything, because now that we're getting a lot more of these charms from Duros Trials that actually, you know, change the way your heroes work, then our PvP teams are going to become much different, and heroes that maybe weren't as viable are going to become way more viable depending on the skills they get from their charms. So anyway, keep that stuff in mind. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, I think. I just wanted to show you guys that Mauler team, and then also the teams that I'm going to be using for this week. And I'm sure I'll have more teams to show you guys throughout this week as I'm doing testing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, remember, I have a loot bar link in the description below, so if you want cheaper dragon crystals, you can get them there. And also, if you haven't signed up to loot bar and you use my link, you'll get a 12% off coupon and an 8% off coupon, which will get you a pretty decent discount for your first purchase. So yeah, that also, I have a Discord link in the description below, so if you can, join that, and I hope to see you guys there. Other than that, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I really like brownies, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.